Okay, we're gonna do more multi-step word problems today. So this first one says that Rory is driving 584 miles to a family reunion. She will drive 300 miles by herself the first day, and the second day, Rory and her cousin will share the driving equally. How many miles will her cousin drive? Write an equation to solve. Use a variable for the unknown. Okay, so we know that she's driving 584 miles, and she's going to drive 300 by herself. Okay, and then she's going to share the driving equally with someone, so we'll be dividing by 2. We want to know how much her cousin drove. So we need to write an equation to solve. Okay, so we know there's a total of 584 miles. We're going to subtract 300 of those so that we can figure out how many miles are left. And then we're going to divide by 2 so we can split those in half so that we know how much Rory drove and how much her cousin drove. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the 584 divided by 300, or I'm sorry, subtracting 300. And we get 284. Okay, so now we're going to do 284. And we're going to divide by 2 to figure out how many miles her cousin drove. So 2 times what gives us 2? 2 times 1. That's 0. I'm going to bring down the 8. 2 times what gives me 8? 4. Subtracting 8, we get 0. Bring down the 4. 2 times what gives me 4? 2. So, because we had 284 miles left after Rory drove 300 of them, we know that M, so the amount of miles that her cousin drove, equals 142 miles. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and look at a second one. There are 278 houses in Becky's neighborhood. She collected a total of $780 from her neighbors to donate to a local charity. Becky received $5 at each house she went to. So how many houses did Becky not collect money? Okay, so we know that there's 278 houses, and she got a total of $780. And she got $5 from each house she went to. So we want to know how many houses did not give her money. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is to figure out if they each gave her $5. If we do 780 and divide it by 5, we'll be able to figure out how many houses actually gave her money. So 5 times what gives us as close as 7 as possible? 1. So we're going to subtract 5. 7 take away 5 gives us 2. I'm going to bring down the 8. 5 times what gets us as close to 28 as possible? Well, 5 times 6 gives me 30, but that's going over, so I'm going to drop down to 5 times 5, which gives me 25. That gives me 3. I'm going to bring down a 0, and I have 30. 5 times what gives me 30? That's 6. So I have 156 houses that she got money from. There's 278 total, so I need to take 156 away from 278 to figure out how many houses didn't give her $5. So 8 take away 6 gives me 2, 2, 1. So 122 houses she did not collect money from. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and look at this third one. You guys are going to solve this one on your own first. So this one says that Miles has 327 action figures and 4 shoe boxes to store them in. Each shoebox holds 80 action figures. We need to know if Miles has enough shoe boxes. If not, how many action figures are going to be left over? Go ahead and try this one on your own. Okay, so he has 327 action figures, and he's got 4 shoe boxes. And each shoe box is going to hold 80 of them. So we want to know if he has enough, and if he doesn't, how many are going to be left over. So let's figure out how many these shoe boxes are going to hold to begin with. So 80 times 4 8 times 4 is 32. Tack on a 0 is 320. All right, he's got 320. So he's got 320 that the boxes will hold, but he's got 327 action figures. So let's do 327, take away 320, and we're left with 7. So there's 2 questions here. Does he have enough shoe boxes? No. If so, if not, how many action figures are left over? 7. Because his shoe boxes will hold 320 of his action figures, but there's 7 that won't fit. So he'd need a 5th shoebox for those 7 action figures. All right, here's one more that I want you to try on your own first. This one says that Kyle has a notebook for each of his 5 classes. He put 6 stickers on each notebook. There are 10 stickers on each sheet. So how many sheets of stickers will Kyle use? Write an equation to solve. Use a variable for the unknown. I do want you to try to use a variable for this one. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Okay, so for each of it, so he's got 5 classes and he's got a notebook for each, and he put 6 stickers on each notebook. On the sticker sheets he has, there's 10 stickers per sheet. So we want to know how many stickers he's going to use. Or I'm sorry, how many sheets he's going to use. So we know he's got 5 classes, which means he's got 5 notebooks times 6. That'll tell us how many stickers he needs. And then we need to divide that by 10 so that we can figure out how many sticker sheets he's going to need. And then that will give us the sticker sheets, which we'll represent with S. So 5 times 6 gives us 30. Divided by 10 gives us S. Well, 30 divided by 10 is 3. So he's going to need 3 sticker sheets. Okay, I hope you're feeling really good about multi-step word problems. It's just picking out what you need. Sometimes you'll need division, sometimes you won't. So just pay attention to what the problem is asking you, and you'll be golden.